weeks since being indicted by a Fulton County grand jury. All 19 defendants in the Georgia election interference case have turned themselves in at the Fulton County Jail.
Former President Donald Trump turned himself in last night, followed by the remaining 7 overnight and into this morning.
What they're doing is election interference. They're trying to interfere with an election. There's never been anything like it in our country before. This is their way of campaigning.
Out-of-state pastor Stephen Lee was the final one to surrender. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert was there as he was released.
And Tyler's live outside the jail this afternoon with what his attorney had to say. Tyler.
Yeah, Deidre, good evening to you. With just about an hour to spare to the noon deadline, Reverend Stephen Lee was the final one to surrender in Fulton County. He's accused of intimidating election workers, but his attorney says he is not guilty.
One by one, over the course of roughly 72 hours, the 19 defendants, including former President Donald Trump, named in the Fulton County election meddling indictment, were process booked and photographed at the county jail.
We did nothing wrong at all, and we have every right, every single right, to challenge an election that we think is dishonest.
Hours after the former president surrendered, Stephen Lee was the last defendant to do the same thing. Lee stood next to his attorney, who spoke on his behalf moments after bonding out.
This guy should be considered an American hero, not a criminal.
Reverend Lee is one of the people accused of trying to intimidate mother and daughter Fulton County poll workers Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss after the 2020 election. Moss testified in a congressional hearing last year about being bombarded.
Affected my life in a major way, in every way.
Last year, the Fox 5 team obtained Cobb County Police body camera video of them confronting Lee outside Freeman's home.
And I'm also working with some folks who are trying to help Ruby out.
Okay.
Okay. And also get some truth on what's going on.
Lee's attorney suggested Friday the Illinois pastor was in the Atlanta area spreading the gospel, not to intimidate.
Are you saying the election worker lied?
Who can commit crimes? I don't know what the election worker said, sir.
After an investigation, both Freeman and Moss were found to have done nothing wrong. Meantime, Harrison Floyd, another defendant in this case, remains behind bars with no bond, awaiting a hearing. We're live outside the Fulton County jail tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
Thanks for the new developments there, Tyler. Now, we could see a few of the 19 defendants in court sooner than expected.
Attorneys for Kenneth Chesborough say that they want a speedy trial, and we're just learning Sidney Powell's also filed a similar motion. In response to Chesborough's motion, Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis filed a motion to move up the trial from March 2024 to October 23rd of this year for all 19 defendants. But in his decision Thursday, Judge Scott McAfee said that the accelerated timeline and new trial date only applies to Chesborough.
If other defendants also file motions to sever on the grounds that it's going to take more time to prepare, I think that that's something a judge will look favorably upon, given the complexity of these charges.
Former President Trump has also filed a motion to sever his trial from Chesborough's. Judge McAfee has not ruled on that just yet.
Well, the former president could be back in Fulton County on September 6th for an arraignment, according to a schedule filed by DA Fonnie Willis today. He could choose to waive that hearing. In the meantime, the former president's cash bond agreement has several stipulations. It bans him from using social media to target his co-defendants, witnesses, and the 30 unindicted co-conspirators. That's coming up tonight at 6. And stay with Fox 5 on air and online as we continue to learn more about the Georgia election indictments. Be sure to download the Fox 5 Atlanta app for all the latest breaking news, alerts, and updates. It's free to download in your app store.
A Metro